Greetings, LinkedIn. Okay, so for this video, I want to discuss the importance of waking up early and what is the best form of waking up. So obviously, with a lot of successful people, they'll tell you that they wake up like at 4:30 in the morning, 6:30, 7:30, or 5 p.m. 5 a.m. is the magic number for most successful people apparently. So I want to give three factors if you are going to wake up early and what you need to understand in order to make it work for you, because just because it works for them doesn't necessarily mean it will work for you. So you'll notice in a lot of my videos that my theme is that you're different, and you need to make your own version of success in order for it to work for you. Just because someone else is doing something some way doesn't mean it'll work for you. Like especially like when like I used to work out a long time ago, people would give advice and it's like shut up already, be quiet. Like, no, just shut up. Like, you're not me, you don't know how I function. So it's just really about giving yourself that respect. Don't go out and just copying other people without understanding why they're doing it. You need to understand the why before you do anything. But anyways, back to the main point. So the first thing you need to understand about waking up early, the first factor is, what is your circadian clock like? So what is your natural wake and sleep period after tech? Because if you're using technology, then it'll more than likely extend your wake period by typically about an hour to 30 minutes because the lights will keep you artificially awake. So I mean, if you're like a morning person, I'd probably recommend like 7 in the morning, because typically morning people like myself, we need a lot more sleep than normal people. Like me, I typically need like a good solid 9 hours if I'm gonna function at my best. So let's shut this off real quick. We typically need a solid 9 hours if you really want to function very well. I mean, like 7, 8 for me is like, I don't feel as well rested. 6 hours is iffy. I myself personally crash, because that's just how my brain works. So just be mindful of your what type of sleep person you are. Do you sleep at 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m.? And also recognize if you're an evening person or a morning person, because if you mess up your sleep schedule, you're gonna have horrible jet lag when you wake up at 5. So waking up at 5 in the morning is a gradual process. It's not something you can just do and do it consistently. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of time. It really does. I think it took me like 6 months to even wake up at 7 in the morning consistently. No, maybe 7 months. It's harder than it seems, especially for a morning person. Like for me, once it's 3 p.m., I have no energy. What else? The second factor is develop a very good sleep routine. If you want to wake up early, you have to go to bed at 10:30 to 11, no matter what. That is the absolute cutoff period. Any more than that, then basically you're just ruining your attention span. Sleep is very important if you want to have. Is very important if you want to have a good attention span and if you want to be able to have a productive day. Yes, waking up early will get you ahead of the competition, but the problem though is that you need to be disciplined with your sleep, as with everything else. So I recommend like an hour before you go to bed, meditate, get rid of all technology. I'm still working on this myself. But really just have a routine with when you sleep. So if you want to sleep at 9:30, you sleep at 9:30. You're not doing anything else. You sleep at 9:30. That's the time you go to sleep, and your brain will know it when you go to sleep. So you can train your brain for when you want to go to sleep, but you have to give it time. Your body takes time to make new changes. So don't expect it in a single day. That's not how it works. It takes weeks or months. Sometimes it's taking me like almost a month to really make a good sleep routine. It's helped me a lot too, because I know when I'm gonna wake up, how I'm gonna wake up, what my day will look like. It'll give you a good consistency. So if you're gonna wake up at a 5 a.m., 11 p.m. is the cutoff. Absolutely, I would not recommend going 12 p.m. or later than that, because unless you're like a person that could function off little sleep. I wish I was like that, but I'm not. What else? And I would say for the third factor too is, if you're going to wake up early, do it for the right reasons. Ask yourself, why are you waking up early? Why are you going to give up 2 more hours of sleep? So you need to understand the trade-off between 2 hours of sleep loss for 2 hours of productivity. The only way you can justify waking up at 5, see, this is what most people don't tell you about a lot of things in life, is they say it's easy if you do it, every magical things will happen. It's not true. It's like with working out. Working out has a lot of things in order to get what you want. It's a lot. It really is. It's a lot of work. So is sleep. It's not that simple. If you go to sleep and you just wake up and then your life is amazing. That is simply not how it works. So if you're gonna wake up at 5 in the morning, I recommend you do the first hour, do your damn routine, make sure you have a good morning routine. It's a solid one, something that gets you awake. I recommend a cold shower. It's very good for you. Oh, you'll feel really successful after that. And then use your second hour to pay yourself forward. Pay yourself forward. Do something for an hour in which you sharpen your sword. Your sword is what you use to kill dragons, basically. So what is your sword? Your skill, your niche, whatever it is that you can improve. You give that 1 hour a day to pay yourself to improve with purposeful intention. You should be able to do it because your willpower is at its peak. But if you don't use those 2 hours from 5 to 7 to pay yourself forward, then it's a waste of time. It really is. Waking up at 5 and just like going on your phone, reading is okay. But reading is passive. Your goal should be, if you're gonna wake up that early, that you use your willpower, because this is when it's at its highest point. This is when you can get the most shit done. So make sure that you pay yourself for it, really. Reading, it's okay. I really wouldn't. Anyways, I just want to summarize everything I just stated. Again, first factor is just make sure that you understand your sleep schedule. What are you, a morning person, an evening person, and an afternoon person? An early day might be 7 for you. That's okay. 8 a.m. might be early for you. That's perfectly fine. But don't do 10 a.m. or 11. Just don't do that. You will never be successful that way. 8 a.m. is the cutoff. Recognize how you are going to do it. 2, identify what is your reason for waking up early, and make sure it's a good reason. Otherwise, it's not really worth it. Not really. Actually, no. The second one was have a good sleep routine. Have a good period where you can shut everything off, cut yourself off. Have a fixed period. If it's 10 a.m., go to sleep at 10 p.m. 10 p.m. and get more sleep. Go to sleep at 10 p.m. and then that's your bedtime. Okay? Have a good sleep routine. I really must emphasize that enough. Have a good routine. Routines are everything. Have a good sleep habit. It's a habit. Okay? And then the final factor too is the third and most important factor is use those 2 hours. Those 2 hours are what make or break greatness right there. That's what will separate you from the average people. That's how great people separate themselves, by waking up earlier and sacrificing those 2 hours of sleep. But it's only worth it if you have a good morning routine, and 2, you pay yourself forward by sharpening your sword so you can kill dragons. You're gonna kill some other freaking dragons. You gotta kill the damn dragons. Okay, so If you're gonna kill that dragon, sharpen that sword and sharpen it well. If you're wasting your time on your phone doing something stupid, then go to sleep. Just go to sleep and just be average and just don't waste your time. Really, just don't waste your goddamn time. I would say, and finally, if you're struggling to improve your sleep schedule, like I've been improving like maybe 20 to 30 minutes a day, or over the course of the months. Make small sleep goals for yourself. Maybe like improve from 8 p.m. to 7:45 to 7:40, and then you'll get down to 5 a.m. So don't just go from 10 a.m. to 5 a.m. That's stupid, and your body won't agree with you. So just do it gradually, and it'll work. Thank you, LinkedIn. Have a good day.